this is Josh, and we are continuing on our little voyage across the Kyoran Ocean and Salagar Sea.
Jeez, I think that the music is louder than you are right now.
I can turn it down.
Nah, I just turned it down for myself, but it's just like, my guy with the shanties.
I have a I have been on a kick. I have absolutely been on a kick.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Shadows of What?
I was gonna say you just like shanties anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is it any coincidence that shanties came back into vogue once, like during the height of the pandemic, where everyone was miserable and cooped up and couldn't do anything?
Soon be the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
No,
One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Now, for me, it's like everybody's all cooped up and isolated and miserable. I'm just like, is it Tuesday already?
Hence why
there was literally no change in my day to day.
Hence why I played BioShock the entire pandemic.
Ah, that's wonderful.
Oh man.
Anyway, let's go.
Yes. All right. So, and honestly, day one of the ship has been it's going to be mostly over, depending on what you guys want. Do you guys want to role play out the night, or would you rather just skip to the next day?
I mean, I think the most role playing out of the night that we're gonna get is 7 puking. So.
Well, what does everyone else think?
Well, I didn't get to roleplay at all last session because
that's true.
Yeah, that's true. So if you want to do something, go for it.
Okay.
Anybody else?
I mean, I'll follow your lead, dude.
I don't have any plans, so yeah, I don't have any plans. So if anybody wants to interact,
ooh,
isn't this cool?
So cool.
So yes, when we last left off, everyone was just the party was visited by some water elves, and in order to bless the journey filled with much protection, the people on this ship made an offering of music, which water elves culturally love.
Oshimi chipping in with her bardic magic via dancing.
Yes,
that's about what she does, because she dance with the hips.
Her hips don't lie.
I was trying to avoid it.
And you failed.
I failed. Owen's enjoying the waving of the ship, and Seven's over here like, pretty music! Bleh.
All right. So everyone's kind of moving themselves back in, but you can still kind of hear the singing outside, and you are quite thankful that it is not unpleasant music.
It is very pleasant, in fact.
Is it Simon singing or the elves singing back?
Both.
Okay, I just wanted to know. But that means Hoshimi's still dancing, so I can't do anything.
So if I understood this correctly, the reason that Flint was AFK for the whole last session was because he was reading the Dr. Metalmouth books?
Well, yes. For half of it.
Mm-hmm. Did I do other stuff?
He did come and help with. He did come and help with Simon, like looking over his wounds and stuff like that. So he did actually do doctor stuff.
Okay, good. So I wasn't entirely absent. Sorry about that.
And you were playing the drums.
Hey,
and you were playing drums for the water elf music.
Well, could you say it again? I didn't hear you.
You were playing drums for the water elf music too.
Ah, okay.
We kept you may have been absent, but we kept you here in spirit, my man.
Thank you.
There were puns. We all made puns. Most of us made puns.
Even me.
Even me. I had to play you.
This is how much we love you, Finn. Never doubt that we love you.
You've all been indoctrinated in the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Please don't do that.
Yay!
Eddie.
You had the exact same reaction the last time he made that joke.
By the way, Finn, if you want to look at some of the books that we have translated, they should be in the journal, I believe, or under game stuff.
Personal, no, not personal journals.
game specific.
The game specific.
Yeah, so
Here.
biochemistry and obscure cults.
Sweet.
I'm not looking at that biochemistry book again until I absolutely need to. The stuff written in there outright made me pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, but Finn, I think you might actually understand some of the things that I wrote in there.
Awesome. I can imagine him going from his fantasy book to his science book like immediately after he finished it.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the end. Ooh, what's this?
I don't think that it would be an excited read, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I believe I can just send this over to you. So did that pop up for you?
Yep, right here.
Okay, wonderful. Wow.
Oh, I'm gonna hang on to this. Okay, so where do I go from here? Well, where am I right now? Are we all below deck?
Yeah, you're all pretty much below deck. It's like everyone's just kind of getting it's like getting those first pangs of sleepiness. And though many of you have not actually been on a ship for long, it doesn't take it. The waves aren't actually very powerful right now, and it doesn't take you guys very long to start getting used to the natural sway of the ship.
Yeah.
Please be merciful on 7.
Oh, is she
No.
still puking?
Yeah, here's the thing about me. I've been on it, with the exception of a cruise ship. I have been on large sea vessels. I've been on large sea boats for like deep sea fishing. Even with the medicine my parents gave us to help cope with seasickness, it didn't work very well.
Oh. Here, take your pill. Immediately pukes it up. Oh.
We both just like to go up and down and up and down.
Can you imagine that the motion of this is more like a cruise ship since it's self-propelled? Can we? Yes, thank you. Let's move on.
Thankfully, a cruise ship is a lot more stable, takes and smooth, and when it did get rocky, it was not that bad. In fact, it was actually rather comforting.
Yeah. Is that good? When I've been on a cruise ship before. Usually when you're on a cruise ship, it just kind of rocks you to sleep.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Afraid of
Especially-
cruises. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's pretend
Seven's-
that this is definitely a lot more along the lines of stable. She just has to get used to it. Whomst?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it is a magically propelled ship, so it probably has some of that cruise anti-rocking.
This boat ain't rocking.
She gotta keep her head out of a window.
It's like a puppy in a car.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't feel so good.
Yeah, okay, so while Finn is reading this, and Seven stuck her head out the window. You can still kind of see the lights just kind of moving around under the ship. They're just kind of dancing around like excited little fireflies.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm glad that they enjoyed the performance.
Yeah. So you actually see. Seven, you're looking around. You're looking down, just making sure that you don't puke, and it's like one of the little lights kind of stops underneath you, and it pauses for a little bit, and then you see a water elf just kind of pop his head out of the water and just kind of tilt his head at you.
She kind of just pathetically blinks at him, but doesn't say anything because she feels like if she does, something's coming up.
Jeez.
So, what was I gonna say? So I could actually use the scenery here. While Flint is trying to read, he's obviously pulling open the book and he's reading it and everything like that. It's like druids with their deep but the lights keep swinging back and forth, so he has to keep moving the book. Druids have deep connection to the. So he
You need some
actually.
help there, Flint.
I'm okay. I just maybe natural moonlight will be a little bit better.
Okay.
You doing okay tonight?
No, I'm fine. Been years since the last time I was on a boat. Did admit, much as I don't like the smell of fish, being away from the port town, you just get the fresh ocean breeze, and that's much more pleasant.
Yeah. I'm more accustomed to the forest than anything else, but I'm not gonna lie, the sea can be just as beautiful in its own ways. It's just, we don't even know most of what's out there. It's like, the forest is like a comforting home, and the ocean is like a vast mystery of exploration. It's like two perfect mediums, land and sea.
She gets a smirk on her face and looks right at him. It's like an entire world hidden in shadows, don't you think?
Exactly! There's so much literally in the darkness that we don't even know about yet. Creatures and plants, things to be studied, things to be found, treasures to locate, and so much. It's just...
And it went right over your head. Never mind. I was trying to be funny, and I suppose it didn't land.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. When his eyes are full of awe, he just kind of loses himself, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of my jokes are cerebral, so.
Yeah.
Another reference joke that went over the head. I'll be over here if anyone needs me.
I'm sorry.
All right, but yes, 7. So, while so you see that the water elf that is below you is just kind of looking at you left and right, and you see his eyes kind of give this little flash, and then there's a little smirk. He moves closer to the ship and then begins to carefully climb up, and he's moving towards you.
Just casually climbing up the hull of the ship.
Yep, got sticky fingers.
Whoa! You
And
fish person!
Yeah, climbs up, and is making sure to climb up next to you.
Well, fish
Like
person
next to
should
him.
stay in the water.
And so it kind of gives you a smile. Seasick?
She blinks and just surprisingly nods.
She's kind of tall.
Yeah. He reaches into his little satchel and he pulls out this really weird looking weed. It's like, eat this.
7 wants to do a quick. Can I do a quick
Sniff,
just
sniff?
huh?
Is it a sniff sniff?
More, not so much as the intention. I want to make sure that he's not trying to poison me.
Okay, that's a sense mode perception.
Perception. Gotta do perception. Come on, you know how to do it. Oh, that is a bleh.
You can't tell.
Uh hmm. Did you want something in return?
Okay.
Well, I'd appreciate it if you'd stop puking in the ocean for starters.
Sorry.
And this will help with that. Up to you.
Okay, Seven reluctantly takes it and just hulks it down.
Yeah. It's it's not super pleasant to it's not super pleasant. It's tastes a little like slimy lettuce.
Ew!
No.
No, I can
Ew.
already picture it. That's like what do you call that? That Chinese side dish or Korean side dish?
Bok choy.
No, not even that. It's
Kimchi?
kimchi. Yeah, I've had
Yeah.
kimchi.
Yeah, it's like tastes like kimchi. You just kind of wolf it down, and already you can kind of feel it doing something to your stomach. Like it doesn't immediately cure it, but you can just feel a little bit of rumbling in there. It feels very odd, and you feel like something's about to come up, but it's not vomit. It's you suddenly unleash this giant burp that kind of echoes throughout the entire ship. And after that burp comes, you suddenly feel a lot better.
Oh. Whoa. Thanks.
No,
I feel great.
no, thank you for letting us sing with you. He pushes himself off the ship and then just falls back into the ocean.
Bye. She waves at him.
Then, what was I gonna say? Flint comes above deck with his book, and he's like, "Well, that was a healthy sound."
Yeah, Hoshimi peeks out with him. The hell was that?
I feel better.
The sound of health. Don't worry.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh.
And then
Well,
he
I
comes
mean,
over.
considering how much you hang out with Golden Fox.
Yeah. Go ahead, then.
I was gonna say Flint comes over with his book because he wanted some natural moonlight to read, but then he comes over and pets Seven, glad that she's okay.
She sits next to Flint and just finally tries to start absorbing and examining the surroundings.
So now that you're not distracted by just your inner ear treating you like crap, it's like you can actually begin to appreciate the brisk of a night at sea. You can see clouds vaguely off in the distance, but you can also see like there are so many stars in the sky, more than you have ever seen before.
Except on Mount Bolus, I would think.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say I don't think Seven has ever experienced being out at sea ever. So
Nope.
yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
You can imagine like all the stars are lighting up in her eyes, and she's just like speechless.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
So many dots.
I don't go to sea very often, but when you just look out over the horizon, there's endlessness above, endlessness below. You're not entirely sure where you're gonna go, but you just want to keep going.
Do you think when I'm stronger, one day I could fly up and touch one of those.
It wouldn't surprise me. And you know what? Then he pulls out his notebook, which actually has a couple of drawings of patterns of stars. Whichever one you touch, we can name it after you.
Why would you name a star the number 7, though? Shouldn't they have prettier names that suit them?
7's a great name.
7's a number.
Well, it's a lucky number.
She blinks at that.
Yeah. A lot of people think 7's a lucky number. A lot of people associate it with good fortune. And you know what? If we named a star after you, it could be a lucky star. Someone could wish on that star. And when they do, they could be as fortunate as we were when we found you.
And someone just grabs him in a bear hug.
Glad you're feeling better.
You've been so kind to me. All of you. Never want to lose you.
And you never will.
Promise?
Promise.
As she puts him down. One day I will be able to fly up and touch one of them. Maybe I could bring one down. You think I
Ooh.
could?
I don't see why not. Someone strong and brave like you. You could bring down a few if you wanted.
Bring down several stars so we can all make wishes on them.
Let's say 7. Flint, you want to know something entertaining?
Yes.
Hmm?
Do you want to know what Hoshi means?
What?
It means star.
Ah!
Hey.
Whoa. Aren't you a star?
I admit I did always find that amusing when hiding in Urzaban, but you were just talking about bringing down stars, and I thought you might like to know you technically already did by pulling me off the stage.
Well, what? Why go about naming stars when we got a star of our own right here?
Yeah, Seppa kind of just jumps up and like trots in place excitedly. Like, oh my gosh, Bobby's a star.
You must be my lucky star.
And
I've
then,
been saying that for the last 5 minutes. I had to get it out of my system.
and then, what do you call it? Flint flips open to an empty page in his notebook, and he draws a star on it. He's like, "Say, do you grant wishes? Maybe a star could give me an autograph."
Give me your damn book.
You are my lucky star. Very lucky star.
Okay. When Flint gives her his book, she looks at him for just a moment. Then she gets that mischievous glint in her eye. Writes in the book, hands it back, and when he looks at it, it's kanji. Or more accurately, it's Simajin.
Ooh. And DM question, can he read? Can he read that, or can he read most of that?
He has been trying to teach him, so
Yeah. He's been learning her language, so could he read it, most of it?
You can read enough to count to 10 and ask to go to the bathroom.
Can he give a basic? Can he at least write a basic thank you in response?
Yes.
So he does, and he shows it to her. It's sloppily written, but, he tried his best.
You're welcome.
Leg hug.
Thought we talked about you hugging me, Clint.
Don't ruin the moment.
Ooh, can I get in on
Come on in!
that? Glops.
Oh, help me.
Is there food on the ship? I'm hungry.
Have you been to the galley yet?
No, I don't think so. What's a galley?
That's where they keep the food on the ship.
Oh.
No, I'm not. You know what? 7, have at it. Just don't eat everything. This does need to last. It does need to last us at least a week.
You gotta ration it out.
I just don't want to go to sleep on an empty stomach.
Okay. Go get him, Lucky 7.
To be perfectly fair, that's what you were hoping to do until a few minutes ago.
Yeah, Seven
No.
just takes off to find this galley.
Yeah. So yes, there is a place to eat. It was the place where you arrived earlier that you were able to find ginger, which did help with what is it? Seasickness.
Yeah.
As long as you don't shove the entire thing into your mouth.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Oh yeah. Technically, that's a spice.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. But yes. All right. So before we have our wonderful players, wonderful characters turn in for the night, is there anything else that anyone wants to do?
One thing that I will say before we both get drowsy and turn in, I was gonna think that since Flint has the book in his hand, if he could pick certain words in the book and have Hoshi teach him those words in her language.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to be the one that keeps track of that.
Okay. It's a science book, so there's a lot more coherent things that he can learn from that. So.
You can only give a word-for-word translation. Don't expect her to understand any of that science stuff.
Stuff like, animals he'll probably use a lot, magic, the different... He's even got the 4 different things, like druids, sorcerers, witches, wizards.
Do not expect her to know anything about, like, the neurological technicalities involved in the brain.
How do you say neurotransmitters?
Gesundheit?
Bless you.
Why don't we try some smaller words? Electromagnetism. Smaller.
Anyways, if we're done with the side chat, I've been enjoying very much where the two have been talking about the lovers' dance in the sky.
Yes.
Yes, I did catch that.
Cute.
All right.
Feeding the shippers on a ship.
On a ship.
I'm on a boat.
Speak for yourself.
All right.
Yeah, just confirming the path to NASA is clear. That we're not going to hit any rough waters. At least not until we wake up.
Yeah.
I almost made such a bad joke about that had to do with freaking Shattered Wilds, but I'm biting my tongue.
All right. So, if that's going to be, Olin wants to check in on 7. All right. So, Olin and 7, what you doing?
was
So
just-
Seb is in the galley, so.
Yeah.
Sheen.
I was just checking to make sure she wasn't seasick anymore because I was not privy to the conversation with.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that they kept talking after the foghorn that was the release of nausea.
Okay, this is gonna be a weird deep cut, but you guys who here has seen Jackie Chan Adventures?
I have.
Yes.
Okay, remember how Toru got seasick, but then Jade stole the horse talisman, which does healing, and then she used it to cure his seasickness. And she's like, "So, how do you feel?" And then all of a sudden, his stomach just started growling. Is there any food left? I'd imagine that's Seven right now, just like, "Oh, now that I'm not sick, I am hungry." Because
much.
when you're sick, you don't want to eat.
Mhm.
Exactly.
That's why Nahoshi thought better of trying to tell her no, try to hold off. She's like, she hasn't eaten. Just don't go crazy.
Nah, Seven ain't gonna go crazy. Hopefully. Maybe. Probably.
Owen, please check on her. Were you gonna RP that out or?
Yeah. Are you guys gonna?
Oh no, I was just checking on her before we go to bed. That was
Okay.
her excuse to get away from Adrian after he said something awkward.
Is it a day ending in Y?
All right. Well.
But she's glad that Seven is no longer seasick.
I like
Yeah.
how both me and Adrian come from different walks of life, but we're basically the same flavor of awkward when we talk to her.
Gee, it's almost like that's what happens when nerds talk to a pretty girl.
True.
All right. So, after her little meal, Seven is the last to go to bed, and everyone just kind of winds down for the evening. And... Okay. And you are suddenly woken up by a thunderous boom.
No, jeez.
Come on, man.
Oh,
I double
no.
checked the heading.
We just
I just had that
we just
happen
wanna
to
do
me in
training
real
on a
life
train.
before the session.
Oh, wow.
Lightning bolt landed like within half a mile outside of my house.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness.
You know how a cat will jump to its feet, haunches heightened, fur standing up? Yeah, that's Seven right now. She just went, ah!
Yeah, canines do that too, so Hoshi and Yuto aren't much better.
What was I gonna say? When Zoo hears the thunder, her fur stands up on ends, and Flint picks her up like, "What, are you trying to copy me now?"
Seven immediately gets up and runs to find Adrian's room.
Adrian's is already up, and he's actually heading up just to make sure that everything is still working.
Everything shipshape?
Josh, really?
Yes.
You are the biggest nerd. This song is such a trigger for me too because of my mother.
Yeah, Adrian's making his way up to the navigation port. He's gonna see if there's like a weather if there's like a weather radar.
A weather radar.
Yeah.
The equivalent of it.
There isn't really an equivalent of a weather radar, but you do see Simon there. He's just kind of combing through. You see, he's just kind of combing through a lot of the papers.
What are you doing up here?
And he looks at you, looks to the left and the right. I'm sorry, I wasn't informed that I wasn't allowed to be here.
No, I meant, what are you doing above deck reading the manual?
Well, This is my first time being on a magically propelled ship, and I was wondering I'm wondering if she had some procedures for being in a storm.
Wait, did you directly steer us into a storm?
No.
Insight?
Yeah, go for it.
Why would he? He went to bed with all of us.
I wouldn't.
Ooh,
No,
that's
I'm not gonna waste it.
Oh boy.
I missed that sound.
Get him out now. Get him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's you're trying to think about it, but then it's like a lightning bolt kind of disrupts your concentration.
Ugh. You know what? I'll believe you for now. What are the storm protocols? I just got the basics.
Well, they do tell us to get secured in case the seas are rough, but he just kind of gestures to the floor. Do you really feel it at all?
Adrian looks down and looking at the ship as well, and seeing how is moving as well.
Yeah, it's just like it's like you're kind of shifting your weight a little bit, but yeah, it's a little stronger than yesterday, but the ship, everything just kind of feels fine. I mean, you might not want to balance plates while doing it right now, but pretty sure you can handle whatever's going on.
If it's
As long
7
as
games in with
tentacles
plates
don't-
full of food.
I mean, it looks like we're okay.
Yes. Also, this is honestly, this is probably good news for us, so we won't have to worry about sirens.
Adrian thinks back. Yeah, you're probably right about that one.
Yeah, they don't like to come out. They don't like to come out in the storms. It's get their wings wet and they'll just plop right into the ocean.
Ooh, question: does Simon notice Adrian is sort of semi-hydrophobic right now? Like with the rain's steaming off of him.
What?
Because
Because
Right. I remember.
Actually, let's see if he does.
From what I remember of Simon, he's not the most observant creature.
How'd he do?
He notices. You can see him. You see him noticing like the smoke, but then he just kind of shrugs. He doesn't really. It's huh.
what?
You're just not the first person I've seen to come out of the rain and they start steaming.
Okay, I have several questions for that, but that's beside the point.
Nah.
Oh no, really? I've sailed with a lot of people. Usually it happens with bald people for some reason.
I'm sorry, bald people?
Yes, bald people. Usually, if it starts raining and then they get into a dry area, you can literally see the steam coming off the pores. It's so odd.
Out of character, I feel attacked.
Wow.
Adrian feels his head and he's wondering, oh gosh, am I gonna go bald?
Okay. I was gonna have Hoshimi peek about that, but after that, I don't know what I can say that could make that any better.
Well, okay, but
Okay, so Simon blinks at you, and then you see him smile, and you see like his teeth just kind of his teeth are sharp, like, and jagged, almost like a shark's. He snaps his fingers, and you see his form just kind of shift. He transforms into you, but bald.
Ah!
Oh, butthead!
Oh, please.
why was this not? Adrian's thinking to myself, I'm surprised this wasn't a prophecy I foreseen.
Yeah, then he looks at himself in a bowl of water that was leaking from the ceiling. He starts checking out his face. Girls still want to kiss you.
Thanks, I guess. Now, can you please go back to your previous what you were?
As you were.
Yeah. He shrugs and transforms back.
I think by this point, Seven makes it up to where Adrian was, and she just huggles him because she's scared of the thunder and lightning.
You know, with that having happened, I'm actually now very sad. Hoshimi didn't see it.
That being said, that does bring up something important, though, is while the storm isn't that bad now, there's a chance it could get worse later. So we are probably going to have to make a decision about how we want to proceed.
DM question, please.
Yes?
Since my nature check is so high, would I know about weather patterns and meteorology at all?
That's a survival check.
Survival, okay. 9, okay.
9.
That's a 6.
Okay.
Sorry.
Actually, that was a 6.
Yeah. Unfortunately, your visibility at the moment is too poor.
Dang it.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else want to do confirmation or like extra info check rolls, or do we just want to pick something?
I mean, let me see. Despite survive, I have a +2 to wait. I'm untrained.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, let me see something. I think you
I'm trained in survival. I'll try it.
So is Yuto.
All right. Go for it.
Let it rip.
I don't have a +2 to an untrained. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
That hurts.
I think
Storm
this
is really getting to us.
cursed dice
That
rolled
hasn't happened
today.
since session. Remember
What
that
was
one
that?
all 3 got ones?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I
Unlucky
hope this
day.
isn't an omen.
No, let it happen now, so we don't do this with the bad guy later.
Yeah,
That's
no,
true.
my immediate thought is the two of them were starting to they were both trying to think and I guess there was a slight lurch that caused them to stumble just enough where they like bumped into each other and their trains of thought were lost.
Oof.
Yeah, that works.
Whoops. All right, so either we push through but cautiously, or we stop.
Yep. So, place your votes.
I mean, I think. Yeah. Fail safe would be good, just in case something happens. But if we do continue closer to the coast, though, and we could crash on the rocks, and our boat will be destroyed.
Well, oh jeez, if you're gonna put it that way.
I've seen a lot of pirate movies. I've seen a lot of pirate movies. Okay.
Well, according to the majority, mathematically, it's the center one cannot be beaten. So.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Follow the crowd.
Yeah. Mathematics. I love democracy.
All right.
All right.
All right. Hearing everybody's suggestion, Adrian's gonna go back up deck, and then he's gonna find a path around the storm a little bit closer to the shore.
All right.
Owen's gonna go and see if she can see anything with her scope.
All right.
Do you think we should go at half speed just to be safe?
That's what I'm thinking. Adrian's gonna pull back pull back the speed inch by inch, so that way it's not gonna jut forward when I hit half.
Seven's gonna go to the front of the ship and see if she can't spot anything ahead of them.
All right. Roll your perceptions because Seven has that eagle eye feat, which allows her to see as far as a spyglass, and Olwen pretty much has a spyglass attached to her at all times.
Yep.
I
So it's
do.
up to you two guys.
I don't need to add to the roll, do I? Do I just roll it as is?
Roll as is, yes.
Oh yes, baby!
That's why. There we go.
That's
Way
what
to
I'm
go,
talking
Seven.
about.
I told you were lucky, Seven.
Oh, Finn!
That was almost a 12.
Still, that's
We to
very...
get a nat 20 as well to counteract the double nat 1.
So, Olwen, unfortunately, your scope is getting pretty fogged up. As
because I'm very warm and
yes,
I'm basically creating my own condensation.
yeah,
Oof.
yeah. Right now, you guys kind of put your rifle down and you're just kind of trying to figure out how to work around this. Whereas Seven is just kind of puts her her claws on her brow and is just to kind of block the rain. And she's looking forward, and yeah, it does seem like the way that you're going, the storm is gonna let up a little bit.
Good. I'll take it.
Yay!
There we go. Okay.
If not for the vision of the hippogriff, the party would be lost. The party would be lost.
Not quite a hippogriff, but you know what? I'll take it.
Oh, wow, dude,
I
you just sent me back a decade and a half.
I know I keep asking this, but how are you so bloody fast with that?
I don't know. It just comes to me.
So Seven will sit at the front of the ship and protect them at all costs.
Protect them at all costs.
Help
So
me.
good.
With Adrian and Sybil too.
No.
Posting it. I'm posting it.
Do it.
And it's like they forget about Flint and Sybil, and it's like, and the rest, hey!
Oh, that's terrible.
Ben,
boy.
ask to please come up with our own shanty.
I'll gladly write a sea shanty for it.
Yay!
All right. But all right, so while everyone is it is pretty chilly, so while everyone is just kind of taking shelter from the trying to take shelter from the rain, where do you guys get? Is there any activities you guys would like to perform while you have time to kill?
Where are the books that we had got?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can read some books.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can read some books. You could train. You could role play. Anything.
Ooh. Okay. So I'm gonna.
Actually,
Oh, are we gonna do it now?
Yes.
Now we're
Actually,
gonna do it now.
actually, is there enough room for them to?
Well, it's not that. It's just keeping our footing as the waves are rocking. Because
That's a good point. Let's not.
after once the waves calm down,
Yeah.
I don't want to end up like we hit a rogue wave and all of a sudden I jut forward and oops.
That would be a problem.
Oh, I've been stabbed.
Been impaired.
Seriously, Doc, I think I need a medic.
All right. Wonderful. So. All right. As you all are just you guys are just kind of huddled up and looking for, I suppose, just getting some breakfast and getting some meals.
Yep.
Where's the list of no legit? Where's the list of books?
Oh, so there are two other. So there are two other books that you can read. There's the Machinations and the Dragon Clans Volume 7.
Sweet.
Hey, look at that! Look at the number.
Lucky.
I actually, there's something I haven't done in like the longest time as far as looking things up. I want to look through one of my the Netherese books and double back on Fultonthar, because I believe that is actually one of my out of character. That is actually one of my journey things I have to complete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since I'm the one who grabbed the dragon book, I might as well look at that.
Okay.
Can I read with Olwen?
Sure.
Hey,
Okay.
I had my romance moment. You have your romance moment.
Okay, so which ones are you guys reading?
Let's see what they got.
There's the
Can't wait.
yeah,
I
there's
can't wait till the fist fight happens.
yeah, there's the Dragon Clans Volume 7 and the Machinations.
I want to look up Machinations because I want to see what Simula did to Hollyhock's relative.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Great. Now it's in my head.
There we go. Perfect.
Meow.
It's not much.
Meow.
So it is a very thick book, but you skipped ahead to the part that you felt was the most relevant.
Yeah.
Not important, not important, not important. Here we go. Several blue dragons to willingly submit to her experiments.
Oh. It might. Oh.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Death Whisper.
Okay.
So his mom and his sibling. Oh wow.
Well, it's not much, but it makes sense.
I wonder if maybe he said no. I don't know how old he is. I know how old the persona of Hollyhock is, but I don't know how old he actually is now. Maybe he said no and he feels guilty? Or
It's
he said no and he wants to keep track of his brother just in case something happens to him? Or maybe he lost part of his horde already, his brother and his mom.
all possible. I gotta write this down. So she saw them as intellectual superiors and potential people that could weasel their way into the kingdom, into the royal power.
What did she use the green dragons for?
Can I roll a quick society just to remember? I could have sworn it was something regarding to like the modify memory spell.
Yes, you can roll society for that.
Thank you.
I don't think I have that.
Oh, natural 19.
19, let's go!
Yes, it was
Yeah.
not only experiments with the modify memory spell, but, also, hey, I have green dragons who are going to do what I say.
Oh, so
Yeah.
oh boy. So it's
Her
just it was
minions.
mostly a memory spell. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adrian relates that to Flint and Nolan.
Okay. Well, does explain a lot.
All right. It's Simon's looking between all of you. Is this what this adventuring party usually does? Just stand around and read books?
Hoshimi ever so casually flips him off.
No,
I mean,
it's just what we're doing now in the middle of a storm in a self-steering ship.
All right. Oh,
Learning. No, there's a certain
unless you want to go diving or something.
won't be necessary. I think I'll just go up to the crow's nest, just in case we get any unwelcome surprises.
Alright, don't get shocked.
Just so you know, something for the future. There is a power in information and knowledge. It's something you might want to keep in mind so you don't wind up in any more Shanghai situations.
It's like he's about to close the door, and he just looks back at you. Then he looks at Adrian. She's next.
I'm next what?
Nothing.
I'm next what, Professor?
I'm just curious. Adrian says, I'm just curious if you got a good whiff of him.
Well, she would have when they were. Yes, I did.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
So you know he can shapeshift.
Well, I mean, yes, but
He's a
what about it?
well, let's just say prepare for one of his pranks.
I wonder if he knows what a bloody nose feels like. She just turns back to her book.
Okay, so actually, Dragonflame spell. All right. Anything I can pick up in one of my books for Thultanthar? Should I go Netherese or should I go Primordial Age?
Well, you were able to. There is something else, something new you were able to pick up, like the ruler of Thultanthar before it vanished.
Oh, yes. Need the guy's name. Person's name. High Prince Telemont Thontul.
Tonthul.
Tonthul, thank you.
Like tonsil with a lisp.
Yeah.
I'll be over here if you need me.
Come on. Sure. Okay, so...
Oh. There's actually something in this book about Clan Naxlanok.